Hello and welcome back to Spekd. And today we have Conquest issue number 61. And it's 2 sprues. And they're grey. This tells us that they've imported this from somewhere else. So let's open up and have a look. Alright, that's for recycling. Okay, let's have a look, see what we've got. Let's start with the sprue check as always. Let's have a look at these sprues. Now, these sprues are objectives, and you can see right there, they are from 2018. So this is a very recent and very new, and look at all that. That's looking kind of nice. They're very clean, very sharp detail, they're not muggy, and it feels kind of tough, the plastic feels a bit different. I don't know if that's got something to do with the colours, but even they feel the bases of the ejectors here different to like the ammo boxes we had. They could have just easily covered that over and you wouldn't see it. That's unusual. Maybe you could put blue tack in there, stop them from moving around, because people get very cheaty when it comes to objectives, I've noticed. Second sprue, same thing. Nice detail, little hauler there by the looks of it, or servitor wheels. That's looking kind of nice. No problems, no defects, and that's alright. Alright, let's grab the mag, see what we've got. Picture, which means that we've got all these items, which is going to be great. There's nothing extra they added in there. Nice contrast work, colour work, even breaking the seal there. Nice, good job. I'm liking the superhero colours, red and the blue. Red, white and blue, should I say. Okay. We've got the Imperial objectives, learn about Thousand Suns. Oh, Thousand Suns. This could be fun. And we get a chance to play on a new battle map. You know, I've never noticed this before. 12 plus? Yeah, whatever. I won't tell Spekd Jr. Okay, so we've got Thousand Suns lore. We have Thousand Suns showcase. Yeah, this is going to be nice. We've got objectives, building, painting, and how to use them, and that gives us where to place them on the battle map and a little mission there. So the Thousand Suns, now these guys look so nice. They're very Egyptian style by the look of them. It kind of reminds me of that Stargate kind of stuff. Now what I picked up from these guys is they work for the Primarch Magnus, there we go. Ugh, forgetting names. And he was like a major scientist slash magic user. I don't really know how magic works out in Warhammer 40k. It's more like manipulation of the warp, but their focus was about using magic and psionics combined. I don't know, call it what you want. But they were told by the Emperor, look, you have to stop messing around with the warp. You don't really know how to use it yet. Just chill with that. And Magnus was like, no, I'm going to be doing this. And he did it. And then Prospero happened. The Space Wars came in. As these guys got transformed from being Space Marines into dust, animating armor. It's a long story short. I'll just leave it as that. A lot of fun. Kind of tragic, the story of them. But at the same time, you know, they're like automatons almost. They're really resilient, but, you know, not much free will. But they have a lot of psychic power. So much. I mean, like, you're seeing the psychic phase in this book, or in the Conquest. Almost every single unit has psychic powers. Very much like the Grey Knights. So, although the Grey Knights are the kind of mirror opposites of these guys, which is really cool, I don't really get down with the Grey Knights as much. I like the idea, but then I like these guys' design, but I don't really like too much of the psychic abilities, which is really weird. But I really do like that colour combination anyway. It still looks like they're effectively heroes. But anyway. So here is the war. Now this has changed a lot. The expansion of what's happened now. Look, there we go, Prospero, and the planet of the sorcerers, as I made mention, and this is amazing. got to think about how I'm going to use this. So we have our different marks, because they all work for each. And there we go, Story of Prospero for Magnus. It used to be Magnus Red, known as the Red King. His boys were up in red, and then it all went pear. He became a Demon Primarch. Now this is one of the better designs from Games Workshop when it comes to like Primarchs, Demon Primarchs. It's very dominant, very big on the field, and like Mortarion, this is going to be focus fired. Everything's going to fire it. And you can fly him in, so I suggest you leave him on the side and bring him in later, same as Mortarion. Don't just bring him in right away to get wiped out, but then if you don't start with him on the table, that's a loss of a lot of points and a lot of weaponry that you can use. But look at that, even down to the feathers there, and that's just a great colour combination. It works so well. Look at the details on the feathers there. It's amazing. See, models like this is, you know, it may seem really intimidating, but by the time you paint up 1 or 2 models, you get the idea, you get the little flecks and details, you kind of build that up over time and you will get better. And then you can come and work on this, and you can always come back, and I know I keep saying this, but you can always come back and grab these small details. And I do it quite often. I'll paint something, I'll have it ready and I'm happy with it at that point, and then I'll look at it, and a little bit later I'll come back and I'll push it a little bit further. I might clean up the edges, you know, take my time, decide, okay, I want to push highlights, and then progress that model, and you'll have it can be night and day in some cases, but that would just encourage you to get better, and you can see your work from before, you know. And it may take a little time, but it's worth it. Even just to have this on your shelf is good. It's a nice little shelf piece if you're going to do that. Now, armor variations, it's really nice there. Building of the objectives, it is straightforward. Painting here, I mean, again, just use the paints you don't use often. I'm going to pretty much do the same. What they've got here, I'm probably going to dry brush it silver, touch up a little bit gold, a little bit copper, a little bit of reds, add in dials and just be done with it. I'm not going to focus too hard on this, but if you use your washes, that'll bring out the details in this anyway, which you'll see there. This is a bit different. The blade, I haven't seen that before, and actually I think that's the second time I've seen them use the Necron compound. That's really good. Ammo crates were seen before. Specific scanning for the bullets there. That's a lot of detail. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. And that's actually quite a lot of crates. Okay, let's have a look. So we've got our little operation table here. I remember they had this in the Conquest City box set. I think it's like City Battles or Urban Fights or something. So all of these were in here. I think they even had like a little Gene Stealer one. I think it was like £40 from Darksphere. I remember it all thereabouts. And you get to build your own city, and that's on Vigilus, and you get to kind of take over territories and fight. It's pretty cool. Okay, so anyway, placements of our items, where to put them, and we're getting the containers back and then giving us rule reminders. You can see there in the tutorials where they were. Haulers block line, no they don't. What do they do now? They do block line of sight, and the rules will be updated in future. Okay, I was interested in that. So it shows you there what the objectives are, where to place them for the rules. Mission, we are on the new map. And we have clouds of flies and plagues buzzing across the planet as Death Guard are winning. And it's holding back the Horde, or hold back the Horde. So we're using 3 mats now. This is the first time, that wasn't me, that was the adjudicator. We have the 3 mats now ready to go. And what have we got here? This mission includes an extra piece of printed terrain to place on your battle mat. You can find this piece of terrain inside the back cover of a magazine. Of this magazine. Well, that's not a piece of printed terrain. You need to place it on the mat and the location shown below. Well, it doesn't show anything here. Okay, that's a copy and paste from somewhere else. The mission will use additional pieces of terrain. So this says that here, repeats it again. Placing a battle map as shown above. Circular grate is the main objective. Okay, I don't see that anywhere there. Placing a battle map shown above. The circular grate is the main objective. No models are allowed to move through it, on it, or onto the circular grate. Error. Problem. Okay, so what? Okay, let's have a look at this. So maybe we can work it out from the victory conditions. Space Marine player is victorious if they manage to stop any poxwalkers reaching the water pipe. Okay, we're looking at objectives that we just got, and we're talking about water pipe. Okay, let's just roll back here a second, just in case there's nothing on that map that shows a water pipe, and that's the first map that we got. And if it was going to be in the centre, there is no water pipe. Okay, let's keep going. The Death Guard player wins if they manage to get any Poxwalker models into base contact with the centre water pipe marked in red. Okay. Right, this is a totally different mission for something else, and it looks like a contamination mission. And this looks like a mission that was done a long time ago. So what? Typhus, 3 units of 10 Poxwalkers. We've got 20 Poxwalkers. 10 Chaos Cultists, 5 Plague Marines. Okay. This says Primaris Chaplain Ancient, 2 units, 5 Intercessors, 5 Reavers, 3 Aggressors. Well, that line looks like the Space Marine victory anyway. Let's go back to the beginning. Sorry guys, I just want to make sure I haven't missed something. Yeah, there you go. Look. Relentless Contagion. Both sides race to capture as many objectives as they can in an exciting new mission. Okay. Totally different mission. This is a mission for a different magazine, which is going to be here, which is probably in the next one. I hope it is. Alright, okay. Objective holding. This is what this is about. Whoever gets to go there, hold the objective. It's probably, you score points on the objectives. You can do, there's a particular mission where you number the objectives and you roll the dice, and whichever objective has been rolled for that turn is worth like 2 points, the rest are worth 1, and whoever's holding it at the end of both battle rounds then gets the appropriate point. I think there's another one where you've got 5 objectives, and each one's worth 1 point unless you roll that number, and it's worth 2, but if you roll a 6 then all of them are worth 2 points each. And again, you collect those points at the end of both of your battle turns, so it can be advantageous to go second. That's how I will play this mission, and I would say you could deploy anywhere along here. That would just make sense. Otherwise, this is definitely the wrong mission. So this is the first like major error, other than kind of errors where you get number errors over here, where it's out of sync or like a duplicate. You know, it's not the end of the world, it is what it is, but that's a bit confusing, especially seeing we're using the map for the first time. So let's have a look, see what we've got here. We've got the Galvanic Servo Haulers, that's interesting, and we've got more Poxwalkers, and we just did a magazine with Poxwalkers, and these are exactly the same, and this time though they've changed out the Plague Champion there. I think that mission is for this, because it says the curse of the walking pox spreads. So it's probably for this magazine. So it'd be interesting to see if this magazine has this issue, or if this issue has this mission. Well, that was strange. Let me put together models and we'll take a closer look. Okay, so here are the objects. And considering how many items were in the magazine, it didn't take too long to paint them up. Now most of these are from the Urban Conquest battles, which is almost exactly the same name. But yeah, these bits are just fun objective markers. Now out of all of them, I really kind of rate this one, which is like the kind of relic blade. And I used the tutorial for the painting techniques inside the magazine to kind of get that colour, which was the Dawnstone layering. We then have the weapon caches. These are a bit better because you have the las guns in there and the ammunition. What's wrong with me today? Then we had these plasma relays, coils or generators or something, I'm not too certain. And this little doohickey here, and I'm going to call it a doohickey because it belongs to Mechanicus. So you may have noticed I've done the plasma here different. This is to match all the other stuff that I have on the board, and these are just to stand out, and I'll keep those four together as objective markers. We see a communications comm array there, and I think if I've got Terminators teleporting in, I will use that if I can't find my teleport Homer. And this was the most quirky thing here, not the servitor over the table doing his operation and his best impression of short circuit, you know, Johnny 5 is alive, but this little toolbox, it's unreal. I mean, it's got content in there, and okay, yeah, I painted it, but that's a real big level of detail. And a fire extinguisher. I thought those two things were just absolutely quirky, and everything else is kind of, you know, what you expect of the age of 40k. Anyway, that's the items that came with that magazine. I won't bother going back to the magazine to sign out. I'll do that here. And as always, I've had a good time. I really did enjoy putting these together. Even though they were fairly simple, and painting them up, it just felt like you had a lot to do. And I know the next few issues we probably won't have as much. I normally call them like recuperate issues, where you get to, you know, colour up, paint up and get done with what you need to, just so you can play catch up, or catch up issues even. So this has been Spekd. I've enjoyed my time, I hope you've enjoyed yours, and you know, let me know down below which one of these items you think is the best objective marker, because they're all fun in their own right, put in different places. But for me, strangely enough, the fire extinguisher and the toolbox are the winner. Alright, have fun, have a good week, and I'll catch you again soon. And PC out.